Welcome back to A Life Unpacked. Today I'm taking a little walk on one of our trails here in upstate New York. It's called the Zim Smith Trail. It's like an 11.5 mile long trail, and they have several like trailheads throughout the trail, so you can kind of hop in and hop off. So I went to one of the nearby towns and I decided I'm going to walk at least to where my old CrossFit gym used to be. I don't know how far away exactly that is, so if I feel like I want to walk longer, I will. But that's kind of my plan right now, so let's get started.
Made a date with myself tonight. No one else, just candlelight. Skip the party, stayed in bed. I'd rather wake up.
A lot of people walk this trail. It's pretty popular, but also a lot of people bike it because it's a good long stretch and it's very like well paved, as you can see.
Let the phone keep quiet.
It was supposed to rain today, so I'm kind of glad that it's like a little overcast. It makes this a pretty cool walk. I thought it was going to be a lot hotter than this, so that's good. I did bring some snacks, so maybe at the end when I decide to turn around, I'll stop, have a little snack, and we'll kind of see how far we got.
No apologies, I'm on cloud nine. Try to reach me, but sorry I'm gone. Really, I'm here with my Netflix song. Wrote my name on the mirror seat. Tell my reflection you're not what you see. I'm a queen, alright. When I'm alone, I'm vibrant. Let the phone keep quiet. It's me time, sweet time, let me sweet time, dance it in my socks like it's the headline. Me time, free time, sipping wine time.
Okay, I made it to the CrossFit gym. I don't know if you can hear the music, but I can hear it. It's this building right back here. You can barely see it through the trees. Maybe through here you can see it a little bit better. I'm about 17 minutes in and about 3/4 of a mile. So I'm gonna keep going because I'm feeling pretty good. So let's go.
Like fine, no apologies, I'm on cloud
I'm home now. I just got back from my walk. I did 2.62 miles, and it was about 57 minutes. So that was pretty long, longer than I was expecting to go. When I first set out this morning, I was going to say I'm going to do 15 minutes out and 15 minutes back. But the weather was so comfortable and there was a nice breeze. It's slightly cloudy and it's not that hot. It's like 70 degrees today. So it was a really nice, enjoyable walk. I was having a good time. I didn't even like pop in. I brought my earbuds to like listen to an audiobook if I felt inclined. I was just listening to the birds and the wind and thinking, and I didn't feel the need to do anything, and it was really nice. Sorry for the squeaky tent if you hear that. It's a little, like I said, it's a little windy, which is nice, but it does make some noise. I need to focus more on my health. I know this entire time I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I do say that, and then I don't follow through very well. I feel like I'm letting my food habits slip a lot. You know, I get cravings, and then I let my cravings turn into, I wouldn't call them binges, because I don't go that crazy, but I do have a day where I will eat definitely more than 2,000 calories in the day. Probably more than 3,000 in a day sometimes. I know I did that probably, maybe, I don't know if it was like Friday or Saturday, one of the 2 days. It was like, I ate breakfast, then I had Dunkin' Donuts, and I had Dunkin' Donuts breakfast, and then I had, I don't know, some other kind of crap for a snack, and then I had lunch, and then I had another snack, and then I had dinner, and it's like, it's almost like I'm self-sabotaging, and I don't know how to break that habit. I once did it so well, where I was just like, no, I'm going to have no fun eating for 8 months to a year, and I'm going to get exactly where I need to be. And I did it, and I got there. And this time around, I know the only reason why I'm not able to accomplish my goals is probably due to my eating habits. I did eat a healthy breakfast this morning, but on my way home, I was going to stop at Starbucks. I got to the parking lot, and I turned myself around. I came home. I said, no, if you really feel like you need some kind of caffeine or energy drink, I have some 0-calorie energy options here. Not only am I saving money, but I'm saving, you know, the calories in what I'm eating for myself. I need to be drinking a lot more water. I need to not be drinking so much caffeine. It's not good for me, even the 0-calorie caffeine options. I need to move past that and move into water. I do know I need more protein in my diet, but I need to have that as a healthy protein. I can't be drinking protein shakes constantly that are made with milk. If I'm going to have more protein, I need to either have it in the form of like chicken or seafood, or if I'm going to have a protein shake, I need to make sure that I'm making it as good for me as possible based on what I need at that moment. And if that does bring my calories up, then that needs to be in a healthy way, not throwing it into coffee that I then put sugar and cream into. That's not helping. I have the MyFitnessPal app, and it does connect to my gym's app, so my personal trainer can see what I'm eating throughout the day. I've done it a few times, but I've never stuck to it on a consistent basis. I need to really make sure that I start doing that to hold myself accountable to those days, like when I did eat a ton of crap in the day. Then I can look at that and say, yeah, this is exactly why you're not going where you want to go, because you're doing X, Y, Z, even if it's bad. Because in the past, I've always been like, no, this is a bad food choice, I'm not going to write it down. But that doesn't make it real. And I need to start taking that accountability and writing it down and saying, yeah, I did that. You know, and not pretending like I'm not doing it. I need to do this for me. I want to be able to do more hikes like I did today. I want to be able to, you know, do harder hikes, for example. I like doing that kind of stuff, but my body is not able to do that now. I would like to be able to go out and be more in nature and do some more things, maybe bike ride. Again, I'm feeling motivated. It's the beginning of the week. I always seem to be motivated at the beginning of the week. I'm going to try really hard to follow through on my motivations, and we'll see where we get. So I'm going to go in to the house. I am having linguine for lunch, but I really need to, it's a leftover from when we had Augie's the other night, and I do have a big salad that I'm going to have with it, and it's a modest sized portion. So I am going to do that today. My dinner is going to be one of my cleanings meals, so I know that I'm making up for it, but I did also just do a almost 3-mile walk. So, you know, I think that's okay to do. But I'm going to write it down regardless of what it is. We're going to write it down. It's a few days later, and it's 1,000 degrees outside. No, but seriously, it's like 86 degrees outside and it's super humid. It's horrible out there. I hate it so much. But we're feeling nice in the air conditioning. So today is what is it, Wednesday? Yep, Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Really haven't been doing too much. I did go to personal training yesterday. My trainer kicked my butt. My whole body hurts so much today, and I'm so tired. Every time I think it's getting better, and she just does a number on me each time. I just got done with work, and I need to run out to Phil's and drop off to Jeff and Phil some, like, I think we get like hamburger buns or some kind of brioche bun or something like that. They want to have fish sandwiches, and Jeff is going to make some frozen fish in the air fryer over there. So they are all set for a couple more days for food. Me, on the other hand, I need to come up with something. So I'm actually making Spam Musubis tonight. I like making these every once in a while. In fact, I've even got a little press to make them because I make them so often. I just make up a little glaze that I marinate the Spam in. So basically all you do for this recipe is you just take a can of Spam and you slice it up into some slices, however thick you want. I like to do 6 per can of Spam, so it makes 6 musubis. And then you marinate that Spam in a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, and a tablespoon of water. And you just kind of stir that all together, set it aside for however long you really honestly feel like setting it aside for. I'm gonna do a couple of hours. I prepped it a couple hours ago. And now I'm making some sushi rice in the rice maker. Once it's all done, you pan fry the Spam in the glaze until it's like kind of caramelized. The glaze gets a little bit thicker. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your rice and put it into the mold, and a piece of nori goes underneath, and then you layer it with some of this rice seasoning that I have, and then the Spam goes on top, and you wrap it all up together, and then that's your musubi. I already did that prep work earlier today because the rice, I like to cook it, let it cool down a little bit, and I wanted to get the marinade going. So now we have to mold up our little musubis. So let's go do that. Also, before we go do that, I just wanted to mention this because I didn't want to forget about it, but Jeff won a drone. I am so excited. It is by DJI, the same company that I have my Pocket Pro from, and it's the, he won the DJI Mini 4 drone, Mini 4K drone, I think is what it is. It's like a $300 drone. He had a work convention, if you remember, a few weeks ago that he went to, and everyone gets entered when they have a ticket. So obviously he got entered and he got contacted today and he won. I'm so thrilled. It's gonna be so much fun to use it and to incorporate it into the vlog. And I'm scared because like I've seen stories of people like losing them, you know, but I'm sure that they were flying them like further and higher than they really should. I mean, I'm gonna like keep it so close and cautious because I'm so worried of like losing it. But like, it's gonna be so much fun to play with, and like, I can't wait to take it, like, oh, maybe I can go back to like the Zim Smith Trail and I can use it for a little bit or something like that. Like, it's gonna be like so cool. I'm sure I'll take it on vacations and stuff like that too once we start vacationing again. And for anyone who knows me, knows that I watch lots of cruise content, cruise vlogs, traveling vlogs, stuff like that, and people get such cool shots with drones. And I mean, I know sometimes you can't use them in certain places in certain situations because of like rules around drones and stuff like that, but like, oh, sometimes you just look so cool. Like, I just want to go to Hawaii to some beautiful beach and like do a little drone shot. Or like, oh, if we were at like Secrets, you could just use it like right above like the pool. Like, it doesn't have to go up high, you know, you could just like just a little bit above you would be like so cool. And like, I don't know, it'll be fun. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to see it. So when that gets here, we'll be sure to unbox that. All right, so let's go make our musubis. So I'm gonna make one, and then I'll just speed up the footage for the rest. But start by cutting this in half. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. I don't like a ton of rice in mine, so I just do a thinner layer of rice. Just spread it out a little bit. If you wet your fingers, it's a little easier to kind of like deal with the rice without it sticking to you. All right, we press the rice down so it's nice and even. Some people then do a layer of egg, which I'm not going to do, but I do add a little bit of the seasoning here. Then we take our Spam and we lay it right in there. And then you can push it right up. And then all you do is wrap it. And there you go. Just like that. So you don't need that little press for making these. You can just kind of compact them yourself. I just find it's easier to do them, and I make them enough that it's fine. Now, we put a little plastic wrap around them so they don't go stale in the refrigerator. I am going to have one tonight for dinner, but the rest will get wrapped up. All I really do is just kind of, you know, just give them a good little wrap like that, and then they're good to go. There you go. Little musabis. That's how you do that. We'll do a little taste test of one. So let me just grab one here. Got one of the bigger ones. So yummy. They're so good. Give them a try. They're very easy to make. A few days later, it is Saturday today. It is gorgeous outside. It's 75 right now, and it's about 10 o'clock. Family's coming over in about an hour for a little barbecue hangout day, but I'm out here a little bit early just kind of cleaning up. I've got Asher out with me because he does not have the best reputation with getting along with other dogs, and since we have Chris and Tracy's Italian Greyhound Enix over, I just don't trust him with Enix, and Enix is so little. He's very fast, so he could probably get out of Asher's way if Asher ever got like snippy with him, but I just don't want to risk it. So Asher comes out, he's gonna have the next hour to run around the yard and just kind of like be outside, and then he'll have to stay inside for the rest of the afternoon. And then Aerith will come out. Aerith is good with Enix, so she'll come out and play, and you'll see them playing later. But yeah, I'm out here now. I am barefaced for the most part. I have a little bit of concealer on, but I'm trying to be more confident with my skin and the way it looks. I know that there's like blemishes or marks that I have all over, but honestly, this is who I am. It's hot out. I don't want makeup on. I don't want to feel heavy with eyebrows and all that stuff, so it's fine. But I still want to record, and I still want to be here. So Asher is eating grass right now. Asher, I swear, if you throw up because you're eating grass, you're gonna get it. Anyway, he I think he's just running around too much, and he's probably gonna make himself sick. But anyway, yeah, so we're having a barbecue today with family, and just gonna kind of hang out. Jeff's gonna come over for a little bit, as long as his dad is having a good morning. I haven't talked to him yet, so I'm not kind of sure how that situation is, but I'm sure they're gonna be fine. And yeah, we'll catch up when they get here.
You're gonna get camera shy. Look, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He gets so weird. Look at him. He's like, no, I'm out of here.
He's like, I don't know what this is all about, but I don't like it.
Enix. Look at him. He's so happy now.
Oh.
Thank you so much for joining me this week. Honestly, I didn't do too great with my whole tracking of my food and being more accountable that I talked about in the beginning of this week. Typical me. I have a lot of motivation at the beginning of the week, just like right now. I have a lot of motivation for this week. There's no promises that I'll do the same thing. So honestly, I'm just trying my best here, and my best isn't always good. Anyway, we're just gonna try to move on, try it again this week, and see where we get. So just remember that, nobody is perfect, and we're all just trying. And yeah, you can say things are hard. They're really not. I could try harder. I could do better. I'm clearly not, and there's something in me that's stopping me from doing that, and that's okay. Anyway, thank you so much for again joining me, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.